Hi, my name is Holly. I make mushroom art with the brand Susrooms, and today I'm going to be talking about the Red Chanterelle mushroom. I have been doing a series called Meet the Mushroom where I'm picking an actual type of mushroom in the wild and creating my own little quirky take on it. I've been creating these little collector cards that have superpowers and stuff, and also some sticker sets that go along with it. So it's kind of like a little set that you can buy if you want to support my art. And in the process, I'm gonna be sharing all about this type of mushroom with you today. So I really wanted to do the Red Chanterelle because it was a really interesting looking mushroom. So I'm gonna be sharing some fun facts first about this type of mushroom. It is often just called the Red Chanterelle. There's not really a nickname other than that for it, except for the Latin name, which let's see what the Latin name is. How to say this Latin word? Chanterelle cinnabarinus. Chanterelle cantarellus. Cinnabarinus. What? Mushrooms are so crazy. I'm not exactly like a scholar whenever it comes to that sort of stuff, but I am gonna share some more fun facts. Does it glow? Does it change color? And does it have a smell? Let's see. So it doesn't have any sort of bioluminescence to this type of mushroom. However, it does have a smell. It's more of a mild fruity flavor, almost like apricots, which is very suspicious. And the reaction for this mushroom type is nothing. So that means whenever this mushroom is cut or hit or anything, it doesn't bruise and it doesn't change color at all. So that's a fun fact. So when looking up if this mushroom has any scientific or medical properties to it, it doesn't really have anything. There's more research that needs to be done on the specific kind of mushroom to know those properties. However, it has been noted for containing antioxidants and antimicrobial compounds. So that stuff. But again, more research needs to be known for this type of mushroom. Wow, the sun. Hello. So some of the features of this type of mushroom is that it's got this really curvy, weird looking funnel shape to it, and it is known for growing wild in Eastern North America. Its red pigment actually comes from whatever this is right here. This mushroom has a really cool shape and vibe to it, which is what really struck me for wanting to create a cute little character out of it. It kind of looks like it's a little bit hazardous, but let's get into that. Actually, a fun fact about this guy is that its weird looking ridges look like actual gills in mushrooms. However, this type of mushroom actually has false gills, so they're not real. This kind of mushroom is so tiny. It is only 2 to 6 centimeters wide, which is so small. So some of those were the features of this mushroom, but let's get into the dangerous lookalikes. There are so many different lookalikes in nature. I just really wanted to go over all the ones that could be potentially dangerous and potentially look like to this kind of mushroom itself. This type of mushroom resembles 2 different kinds of species closest to it, which are called hygrocybe and omphalotus. They are the closest lookalikes to this kind of mushroom. The 3 mushrooms that are closest in resemblance to the Red Chanterelle are number 1, the regular chanterelle. So this one is not toxic, and the pore or spore print of this color is pale yellow or white pink. The cap color is yellow, but it fades with age, which is interesting. It does have a reaction, which is like a rusty brown color. The second mushroom that looks like the Red Chanterelle is called the jack-o'-lantern, and it is toxic. Gastrointestinal distress, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, although it is not lethal. I would say probably just stay away from this one. Wow, probably don't eat that guy. The spore or pore color is white on this type of mushroom, and the cap color is orange. It doesn't have any reaction whenever it's cut, or it doesn't bruise or anything. So just keep that in mind. All right, and the third mushroom that looks the most like the Red Chanterelle is the Eastern jack-o'-lantern. And yes, this one is also toxic. I think it has all the same properties: gastrointestinal distress, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramps. although it's not completely lethal. Just stay away from this one as well. Its pore color is also white and the cap is also orange. It also has no reaction. So I know you're wondering, is the red chanterelle an edible or poisonous mushroom? And the answer is, it is an edible mushroom. It has peppery notes when cooked, and oftentimes you don't even have to really cut it. You can just throw it in the pan because they are so tiny that they can overcook if you chop them in smaller pieces. This mushroom likes to grow in the United States, and specifically in the eastern side from Maine all the way to Florida. The type of environment that this mushroom really enjoys is a humid, warm environment with really rich soil. Often grows after a heavy rainfall. It usually grows in the summer or the fall time. This type of mushroom is considered to have a mycorrhizal role with trees, which means that it enjoys growing near trees because of the roots, and it contributes back and forth with nutrients. And specifically, this type of mushroom really enjoys beech trees and oak. For this video, I actually wanted to add a new section called Cultural Significance. And I looked up for the red chanterelle, and there's actually not a whole lot on this mushroom, but I'm sure that there will be in future episodes. For this one, there's not really any folklore or legends associated with this type of mushroom, and usually it is wild harvested, so it's not usually grown in a specific environment. It is grown out in the wild and harvested. And this mushroom, as I said before, is not really used for medicine either. Okay, so now is the segment of this episode where we are going to do a fun little game. Based on all of the knowledge that you've understood of what this red chanterelle is and what it's not, I'm going to show a few images of what different kinds of mushrooms are and see if you can pick out the red chanterelle. Good luck. All right, how many did you get right and how many did you get wrong? Be aware that foraging for mushrooms is a little bit risky, and just be extra careful whenever looking at different kinds of mushrooms and making sure that what you're consuming is not going to be deadly to you. I highly recommend looking at other resources and doing your own research for different types of mushrooms so that you are not susceptible to poisoning yourself. And without further ado, I'm going to be sharing my art. This is the red chanterelle. There it is. Okay. So yeah, she's got so many cute, quirky characteristics. I decided to make her like kind of feisty and kind of a drama queen, very beautiful, because that's what the type of mushroom is. So I also created a bunch of different kind of stickers. Let's see if I can focus on her. There she is. But yeah, she's a little cutie. I also made her with like a little mirror. And then I made her like kind of angry and spazzing out. This one is like a lot smaller in comparison to the other ones. Oops. So she's like a little bit smaller. This mushroom comes in all different sizes. but they're all small sizes, which is so cute. And this one, which is the OG one that I made. I actually really liked this one more, so that's why she's on the card. But yeah, let's go over the card. I'll put it on the screen. And of course, I have my signature backing. Cute. This is a little collector card that you can buy on Etsy if you want to support my art. So I have her Latin name and what family she's in, which is the chanterelles. Her bold color and wavy edges make her steal the spotlight. In with the trees, who give her all the insight with the forest gossip. She may look the part, but her gills are just a clever illusion. Has expensive taste, only found in the finest humid forests. And then her strength, like her power, is to stun. Her weakness is heavy rain. Her health points are 60, and her power level is 45. And last but not least, her power move is the cinnabar glow. Dazzles opponents, reducing attack. If you would like to purchase this card, you can. It comes with a set of the stickers. Again, if you want to support my art journey, you certainly can. It's all available on Etsy. I make these. And honestly, if you just want to like and subscribe to this content, that would support me as well. I'm going to be making more of these series. I have a couple new mushrooms that I'm going to be doing very soon, so stay tuned for those. If you would like to follow me on all my socials, I post on there all the time: Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. I be posting all the time there. I have been posting vlogs on this channel if you want to look at those. Now let's see. Oh, did I leave out anything? Comment down below if I left out any important information on this type of mushroom. I love learning about mushrooms and I just want to understand more. Let me know if I should add a different interesting section to this series, and if there's anything else that you would like to know, let me know. Thank you for joining me. So now I have 2 cards to my collection. This is from last episode, the King Bolete, and now the Red Chanterelle, if it's even gonna. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next time, where I will be talking about the slippery jack mushroom, which is sort of poisonous. Yeah, thank you so much.